meteorologist Chase Jones.
Well, we're wrapping up another beautiful day here in the Concho Valley. We see some of that steady cloud cover make its way out. Now, model data said there should be some thunderstorms on their way in, and we're still keeping our eye off towards the north as we make our way into that halfway mark for the work week. But, of course, it's already summer, and temperatures should be somewhere in those lower 80s by tomorrow. So we'll see just how chilly it gets. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours going from those mid-90s down into those upper 60s. Another good run right below that 90-degree mark, and we're cooling off pretty quickly despite seeing some of those clouds clear out, and those winds still stay out of the south. But by tomorrow, pushing out of the east and pretty chilly, 81 in San Angelo. Everybody else dropping into those 80s with us across the entire evening. Of course, we're going to level out in those 60s across the entire region. 85 in Robert Lee, 82 down there in Junction, looking like 5 degrees across the entire Concho Valley. But everybody's cooled off about 20 degrees, if not 10 degrees. And by tonight, dropping another 20 degrees across the entire region. Keep the coat close by because it's going to be pretty chilly out there. If you ask me, we've adapted to the heat. But this time last year, 107 degrees. No, thank you. Again, I tell you guys, it was hotter last year around this time of the year. 60s and 70s for dew points across the entire Concho Valley, while humidity indices are in those 60s and those 70s. So we're reaching the atmospheric tipping point. But the cloud cover is clearing out, but we're holding on to the humidity. Now we're seeing a whole lot of convection off towards the Dallas-Fort Worth region, but we're keeping our eye on these concentrations of blues that are going to continuously hover around the region, if not west of the Sierra Madres. Now, a lot of the moisture hanging out off the west coast is going to fight its way across the Rocky Mountains, make its way down into our area, and then continue to fuel whatever is going to make its way up around the Gulf Coast region. Some of that model data showing us a hurricane, and of course, a lot of activity off towards the east. Now, a unique blocking pattern is forming. That's where it's keeping a lot of this cold air up around the Great Lakes. Now, the high pressure that usually pushes us up into record-setting heat is staying off towards the west, and that's going to keep us in that stationary boundary, allowing sort of a faster road, interstate, to make its way in with some of that humid conditions where we're seeing it push in from the south. That's where we're seeing all that cloud cover from every single level. So low cloud cover, mid-level clouds, high-level clouds, it's all over the place. Water vapor imagery showing you the circulation making its way off towards the east. Just not enough convection around that pocket of dry air off the west coast, if not the Four Corners into Las Vegas. We're seeing another circulation starting to form. That one's going to try to push a little bit more rain into our area by the end of the week. Now, severe weather outlook is the Concho Valley, and then pushing right up towards the northeast. Again, it's taking the exact same shape as the moisture tracker. When we take a good look at the hail probability, it's out there, but that's just because the moisture is so thick in the entire atmosphere. Now, down at the surface, things are relatively calm, but you see the convection pushing off towards the northeast just outside of the Concho Valley. Always. Now, radar is showing you a little bit of a gust front trying to make its way through, but we're holding our eye off of some of this stronger convection. We'll see if that cold air isn't enough of a lifting mechanism. Now, model data is going to show you where this storm's supposed to rip through the area, but I guarantee you it's overestimating. It's already supposed to be here. So probably some gentle storms, if not a slippery start to the morning. But you'll see how we'll hold on to the low cloud cover, a little bit of a humid start by around lunchtime, but by Wednesday evening, if not into Thursday morning, again, we're going to see some of the return of that humidity. So tonight, leveling out in those lower 60s. I'm on the lookout for some thunderstorm activity. Then tomorrow, a good run at those lower 80s, but it's still going to be a beautiful day. You saw how it's going to clear up. So make sure you take advantage of it really just halfway through the week. And as we get closer towards the weekend, it's just going to continue to be beautiful as we gradually warm up. Nowhere close to those triple digits with Father's Day only 11 days away. As we get closer towards the second week of summer, we're going to see those temperatures drop back down into those 80s while we see the return of that rain, while those overnight lows go from those lower 70s all the way down into those mid 60s. Stay tuned. We'll have more for the break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.